Hey everyone, this is SolarPrimal here. Welcome to my third Wi-Fi battle. This is also my first double battle. So with that being said, let's get this one underway. This matchup will be against Rags18 on Twitter. He's also aka Shadowsandbag. Now he's going to open up here with a Typhlosion and Togetic, and I'll open up with my own Typhlosion and Snorlax. Right away I'm going to switch out the Typhlosion just to mix it up a little bit here. And I kind of predicted he'd use an Earthquake, so I went for a Flying type just to avoid the damage. That Earthquake ended up just hitting my Snorlax, which is not too bad. He's a champ with taking hits, and once again he takes another hit. I make my Snorlax here use Rock Slide, which effectively hits both of my opponent's Pokemon here, and quite effective on both of them, I might add too. Doing a smart move here, withdrawing his own Typhlosion, seeing that the Rock Slide has done its job right there. He also brings out his Weevil, which is part Ice, which should be quite effective against my Dragonite. Again, his Togetic does a Drain Punch, which seems a little silly since the picture clearly shows Togetic does not have arms. Again, I'll make my Snorlax use Rock Slide, and hopefully that does the job there. Luckily for me, it did do the job. It actually took out the Weevil, which I wasn't expecting. I should have expected it, but hey, lucky me there. My Dragonite seems to be still untouched in this match. My Snorlax is just taking a beating on both ends here. My Dragonite used Dragon Claw in hopes that it will take out this Togekiss finally, and it did. Now, smart move here by Rags18. He uses his Politoed to use Focus Blast, which I believe just barely doesn't take my Snorlax out. It was super effective since it was a fighting against a normal type, but my Snorlax, of course, as most people do know, have really high special defense. It was a good attempt, actually. Next, he'll send out his Milk Tank, and this thing is just a pain in my, well, you know what. He'll start doing this rollout combo, and I'm going to try and, I suspected he'd start using rollout, so I try and break his little chain right there with using Fly. And that actually doubled up as an effect for me, since his Politoed used Surf. My Dragonite avoided that move as well, and he in turn hit his own Milk Tank with the Surf. It did, however, take out my Snorlax, and of course, as soon as he sees my Ampharos, he hightails it out of there and sends out his Typhlosion. Now, of course, Milk Tank being a tank, I was surprised it actually took the Fly like that. I thought it wouldn't have done that much. And of course, I used Signal Beam in hopes to take out the Politoed with, Bug over Grass type there. But he switched out to Typhlosion, and it did not prove effective. Now this Milk Tank here with that Milk Drink there definitely set me back a little bit, but he did hit his own Milk Tank with the Earthquake, but that was actually a good strategy since it actually didn't do a whole lot of damage to it. The Earthquake being super effective on my Ampharos, but surprisingly did not do a whole lot of damage to it. My Dragonite's waterfall move definitely did the trick on there. And here goes my Ampharos firing his Bwah laser. Oh, there we go. That's the good stuff. Okay, just a heads up, this is where the match gets really interesting. I'll send my Dragonite to use Fly, and he ends up sending his Politoed into the air as well, using Bounce. and so effectively his discharge would only hit my Ampharos, which it's not really effective. Interesting move. I got hacked right there by missing. That's my first hacks of this match, and I can't complain really. That being a very interesting round there. Rock Gem just wasn't enough either to take out the Politoed. I was expecting another fly, so I just throw out the Power Gem there just to save up stuff. Now he's using a substitute Ampharos there. I'm not really sure what the real name of it. I'm sure someone will comment on it, and if you do, thank you. I finally take out his Politoed there. Yes, he is down to his last Pokemon here. And I was a little embarrassed there. I face-palmed myself when I saw that Power Gem didn't take out his substitute. That was a real pain in the ass right there. Now his Focus Punch did not actually do a whole lot of damage to my Dragonite there. Fighting moves aren't going to be very effective against it. Right here, I was expecting him to go for the Dragonite again, so I sent him up into the air. I'll make my Ampharos use Discharge to finally get rid of that sub. And this time he actually went for the Focus Punch on my Ampharos, which I did not expect. And it actually does quite a bit of damage. Not taking it out yet though, but still making it pretty damn close. And I get paralysis right there, and this is just the beginning of the end for this little team right here. Again, I'll make my Ampharos use this Laser, and it does do quite a bit of damage, but still just not enough. I was a little disappointed there. I thought the Hyper Beam would have done the trick there. Now he uses another Discharge, almost taking out my Ampharos. Just not enough yet. At this point, I'm just wondering who's going to go down first. And of course, my Ampharos is going to go down first since it must recharge, doesn't get an attack in. And that Discharge was just enough to take him out there. But not only did he take out my Ampharos, he took out my Dragonite on one turn right there. That was a really impressive move and good playing by Regs right there. And at this point, I'm just throwing whoever I got out left, and they're just going to finish the job here. Wasn't much of a cleanup for these other two guys here, but hey, had to get done. But a good match, Rags 18. It was very entertaining and very fun to commentate. If you guys enjoyed this, please subscribe. I will be posting another video fairly soon, probably within the week. We'll see. Again, thank you for watching, and so until next time, bye for now.